So this week I was thinking while I was out and about, and among the things, the unexpected things, the perhaps positive things that have come with COVID-19 and this whole coronavirus pandemic, one thing in particular stood out to me, and I wanted to share that with you. Hey, what's up? I'm Ken. This is kenfuTV, and each week I release videos in the martial arts, training, philosophy, technique, that sort of thing, and this is Ken Learns Kenfu, where I wax poetic about the things that are on my mind as I continue to train and kind of continue on my journey, and I share them with you. But first, if you're new here, I'm glad to have you, and I'm glad you found this. So if this is the kind of thing that you're into, be sure to hit that subscribe while you're down there, drop a comment, let me know how you found this. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like, but let's jump into what we're talking about today. So today I wanted to talk about just something I've observed in myself, but I'm also observing it in others, and I feel like not a lot of people are paying attention to it. So what is that one thing? What is it? One thing that stood out to me this week, this potentially positive thing, is an increase of situational awareness, all due to this pandemic. Maybe you've noticed this. If you have, drop a comment, tell me about that. But if you haven't, let's think about it, right? One thing I'm definitely noticing is the increased awareness people have. In this case, largely due to fear. People are fearful of getting sick. They're fearful of the people around them. In some cases, fearful of people acting out or lashing out or different things because there's stress and that kind of thing going on. But also there's an awareness out of ridicule. I can't ignore that. There are people that are paying attention just so they can bring people down for wearing masks and stuff like that. Whether you're on this side or that side, the point is people are paying more attention. Around here, we've got guidelines, just like everybody else. A lot of these are going to overlap with different areas of the country and the world, but I can speak to what I have going on here, and that is stuff like 6 foot minimum distances, control of the size of groups and gatherings, wearing masks, stuff like that. You know, some of these things are optional, some of them are not, but we all have our own feelings about what we think should be happening. So even if, say, for example, a mask is optional, if you are for or against it, you're paying attention to it. So here's the thing that's interesting, right? There are people who pay attention, who practice situational awareness, who define what is normal for this area, for this time, and then pay attention to when things don't line up with that. And there's a lot of people who just don't. They're just oblivious, right? The world's good. Things aren't bad. I'm entitled to whatever I want. I'm just not paying attention. But suddenly we have this fear of getting sick, this fear of dying because of this sickness that could come around. Whether you think that that's possible or not possible is besides the point. People are paying attention. So now by virtue of that, standing in an environment, suddenly people are more aware. How close are you to me? How close am I to the things around me, and how close are you to me? How many people are in this room? Are you wearing a mask, right? This is the close-up stuff, but then you also have kind of increased, expanded awareness where, okay, suddenly now I'm paying attention when I hear a cough, even if it's far away. Okay, is that symptoms of COVID-19? What's going on? So your awareness has gone from this, right, to who's around me? What are you doing? Paying more attention to the people you're interacting with. Are you wearing gloves? Are you following some kind of protocol? How many of you are there? Do we have hand sanitizer? Do we have these things in place? And are you following what is put in place to keep me safe? By paying attention to what can protect us, we've expanded that out. We've got this sudden reason to notice what are the people that are on my side of things, patrons, civilians, whatever matches that circumstance. What are they doing? What are they touching? What are they holding? How close to me are they? Are they wearing a mask? Are they wearing gloves? Are they, what's going on? Do they look symptomatic? Be honest. That's paying way more attention to the people around you than you maybe already are. And then you've got the people on the other side of the counter, and you're paying attention to them. How are you operating? How many of you are there? Are you wearing protective equipment? Are you actually even wearing it properly? Does your mask go here or here or here? You see these things now. When you hear coughing and different things, you're paying attention to areas that are further than you maybe normally would. This is really interesting, right? People who pay attention to situational awareness and personal security are already looking at some of this stuff at least, paying attention to who's in the room, what they're doing, how they're behaving, how they're acting. But now we have what I'll call normal people who aren't in that level of Cooper's color codes, paying attention to things that are going on. Now they are. We're seeing these things. So we've built a new awareness. And I think that we should pay attention to that and maybe use, especially as martial artists, we should reinforce that these are actually really good habits. These are things that we should want to encourage people to continue even when there's not a pandemic. Just pay attention. How close is somebody to you? What kind of things are they doing? Are their hands in their pockets? Are they grabbing things? What kind of things are they holding? Do I feel safe? Where's the exits? What's going on? How are people behaving? And are they erratic or different things? Just general stuff, not be on high alert and super tense, but just aware. Is this normal? Situational awareness is define normal and then look for things that don't match. And we should want to do this for ourselves. Some things stand out really obviously, but now we have things that maybe we wouldn't have paid attention to that we are paying attention to. And I think that's healthy. Suddenly we don't want to be within 6 feet of each other. Well, that's not a bad thing. Now we're outside of that reactionary gap. I'm developing an understanding of distance. As martial artists, we already see that. We train and become aware of how close you are and how quickly we could move that distance and how to maintain distance with somebody, right? Are you coming into me? Am I coming into you? Are you moving away from me? Or are we moving together? We pay attention to some of that stuff, especially in the realms of sparring and that kind of thing. But now suddenly we're paying attention to it in lines at the gas station and things like that. Not a bad thing. 6 feet, not a bad buffer. If I want to make sure that I'm outside of the reactionary gap and have the ability to react when something happens, 6 feet provides that for me, right? Suddenly we have different kinds of barriers between us, plexiglass and different things that are shielding the people who are working in certain types of jobs and at counters and stuff. So now there's new obstacles. Are these things something that's going to stop bad things from happening? No, but it's making us more aware. It's changing the opportunities people have, and it's certainly defining a new normal. So the next time you're out, you're probably already paying attention, but think specifically about it. Look around. What's going on? How many people are around me? How close are they? What are they doing? But take it further than that and pay attention to what other people are doing. Take a second to review, are those people also paying attention to who's around them? Are they picking up on these cues and different things in their environment? And if you've got people in your life, friends, family, what have you, that are doing these things that maybe they used to not do stuff like that, encourage them. Show them how it's valuable from a self-protection standpoint. Encourage them to recognize the benefit of it, and maybe they can hone it a little further. If you've got experiences that you've noticed, things that you've seen or things that have happened to you since all this started happening, drop it in the comments. I want to hear what people are seeing. Let's share with each other what kind of stuff we're noticing. What elements of situational awareness did I not mention that you're noticing that people are doing or noticing that you're doing? Throw those in the comments too, and let's talk about how we better leverage these kinds of things to make us better at situational awareness, to make the people around us that we care about better at performing those kind of tasks. And let's just see where this goes, right? Not everything about this is bad. There are good things coming out of this. So let's keep a good head, let's stay positive, and let's keep moving forward, and let's recognize ways that we can take these benefits and carry them further. But that's it for today. I know I was going to do part 2 of the Essence of Karate thing, so I'm going to move that to next week. So if you jumped in looking for that, that'll be next week. And again, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like. While you're down there, drop a comment. If you want to subscribe to this channel and you haven't yet, hit that right here. I've got videos like this one right here and a couple videos that you might like right here. That's it for now. Stay safe, be well, and I'll catch you in the next one.